This is verse 20 of the 11th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. We've been discussing the response that Jesus offers when certain disciples came from John the Baptist. And of course, Jesus has pointed out that although the style of John the Baptist differed greatly from that of Jesus, that they, especially among the religious brass, but even at the popular level, seemed to have been unwilling to accept the ministry of either one of them. John was too restrictive. They said he had a demon. Jesus is too liberal. And they said he's drunk, and so it was sort of an inability on either end of the spectrum to win the respect of many people in spite of what Jesus had done. And for that reason, we have this ongoing conversation now. Matthew says, then. This is an indeclinable adverb. It means then, and ergzato from arkomai. Arko means to rule. Arkomai in the middle voice means to begin something, to start something. There is a sense in which starting something can sometimes imply ruling over it. There's the connection there. This is the first person or third person singular, aorist active indicative. So then he began. Onedidzane. This is from onedidzo. It's usually translated to upbraid, the idea to criticize, to lodge an attack against, you might say. It's actually apparently rooted in the word onema, which means name. And so in the vernacular, we might say it was name-calling. It's not quite that, but nevertheless, it has that idea of lodging a criticism. So he began to upbraid. This is in the accusative, tas polis, the cities. So the cities where Jesus had spent most of his time, he now places his criticism on the record against them. These cities, in preposition takes the dative. Here's the dative plural of the feminine relative pronoun, which of course agrees with polis, in which would be the idea. So he began to upbraid the cities in which genonto, from genomai, I become, or came to be, it came to pass is the idea. This is the third person plural, aorist active indicative, in which came to pass or came to happen. And then the subject of that is high, the article here, pleistai. This is an adjective. It means the greatest. It modifies dunamis, so the greatest miracles, the greatest works of power. So in which came to pass the greatest works of power, autu of him, the possessive pronoun. So in the places where he'd done his greatest displays of power and so on, he began to upbraid them, to criticize them. Hoti means because, in this case, it's conjunction the negation, metanoeson. From metanoeo, literally change the mind, to repent, because in spite of these great displays of power, they had not repented. And so Jesus begins to issue his criticism of them, his word of deep warning, because, of course, in spite of the irrefutable displays of his power, they had not really come to terms with him.